What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Ben Davidson. Ben Davidson explains why he walked away from the Tyson Fury camp. Okay, now, a lot of people, if you don't understand the relationship between Ben Davidson and Tyson Fury, it's a very close-knit, real relationship. I mean, true friend relationship, not just a trainer and a fighter relationship. You know, they were actual friends. And this is what Ben Davidson had to say. He said, "Tyson's like a brother for me. I care for him deeply," Davidson told the Daily Graph. "It'll be a very nerve-wracking time for me. I want to see him succeed. I want to see him do it." Of course, Fury now has Detroit's Sugar Hill Stewart in his corner, but the shockwaves from the parting of Davison are still circling around the boxing world. Okay, now Fury. This is what Fury says. More importantly, he says the reason was simple. I wanted Ben and Sugar Hill Stewart together, but Ben didn't want to do that. That was that. He resigned. I didn't get rid of him. Ben walked away on his own accord, but he's got another commitment as well. He's training Billy Joe Saunders, and I'm over here in Las Vegas for months at a time, and it's probably worked out for the better. That's the truth, and I can't say anything more than the truth. Now, Fury says it's all good. Ben Davidson, of course, he was asked on how he felt about the split, and he says, yeah, we still chat, we text a couple times, but I don't really want to start talking too much to Tyson Fury because I want him to focus on the instructions from his trainer, because more than likely Ben Davidson, if he started texting him, he'll be trying to help him because he's a friend, but he has to understand he's no longer the trainer. So if he did talk to Tyson Fury more than a couple sentences, it will be about his upcoming fight and the possible strategy to fight Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. And I think that he's just respecting the boundaries of Javon Sugar Hill, which is good, you know. And the thing that strikes me odd is Ben Davidson walked away. So it had to be some type of argument, or Ben Davidson felt some type of way when he was being replaced. You know, and a lot of people do that. It's an ego thing, really. You know, he'll look at it and just, like, no, I don't like that idea. I'm not rolling with that idea. You know, and that's that. You know, he doesn't want that type of instruction, especially that type of strategy, which he wouldn't agree with. You know, and someone that thinks the way Ben Davidson thinks, he would probably be arguing most of the time. So that's a good reason I feel that Ben Davidson walked away, because it would have I think he left to avoid the conflict between the two strategies that both fighters want. Because if Ben Davidson's over here saying box and move, and then Javon Sugar Hill is like, hey, no, we want you more stable, because we want your punches to be crisp. We want you to put more stank on your punches. And that wouldn't go well with Ben Davidson, because he's just the opposite strategy. So that would clash anyway. You know what I mean? So they would always bump heads. So that's why Ben Davidson left. You know, now the thing is, Tyson Fury did say he wished he had Ben Davidson in the corner, but it wasn't up to Tyson Fury. It was up to Ben Davidson. Ben Davidson decided to do what he's going to do. Of course, he got a job training Billy Joe Saunders, and Billy Joe Saunders, from far as I'm concerned, he just as well have the Canelo fight in the bag, so he has to train him to do exactly what Tyson Fury done. Yeah, get a draw with Canelo Alvarez, because that's the closest you can ask for a victory by fighting Canelo, because it's either that or Canelo on points, or Canelo knocks you out, right? But it's one of those things, you know. Tyson Fury and Ben Davidson, I feel they had the best split over all these guys that did split up recently. You think about Rozier and Danny Jacobs, Golovkin and Abel Sanchez, Manny Robles and Andy Ruiz. Even the juggernaut, Joe Joyce. So those guys, I think that this relationship was a lot better, and then he said he could possibly train Tyson Fury in the future because, like he said, he's trained Billy Joe Saunders, and him and Billy Joe Saunders have been in and out, back and forth. So, he doesn't have to necessarily, just because you stop working with a trainer here and in this particular fight, don't mean you won't go back with him at a later date, So it was very informative for this. I think that this article was very eye-opening because you have Tyson Fury, Ben Davidson, and a lot of people thought Tyson Fury just dropped Ben Davidson for Siobhan Sugarhill. Like, that's it, mate. You're gone. You're done. I can't win with you, Ben. So, but no, it was completely the opposite. It was Ben Davidson decided to walk away, to step out because he couldn't, because he wasn't cool with the way it was being, he was being trained, and the strategy, the game plan. Okay, the fighter is only good as the game plan that he can execute. Okay, so maybe Ben Davidson thought that he couldn't do it. He hopes he wins, but due to the strategy, you gotta really think deep about that. If Ben Davidson was able to walk away from the support that Tyson Fury needs on one of the biggest heavyweight fights of the year, okay, there's a possibility he didn't believe that Tyson Fury could win with that strategy. Think about it, and he didn't want to be held accountable for it when he did lose. If he does get himself in trouble due to this aggressive style that Javon Sugar Hill is implementing him and training him for, I think Ben Davidson, for that reason, like Shark Tank, that reason, I'm out. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Ben Davidson's statements along with Tyson Fury's statements. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.